Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ranting and Raving with Kevin. And today, it is finally time for me to unleash on what I consider to be the worst generation of consoles. And that of course is the PS5 and Xbox Series, whatever the hell it's called. Who even has an Xbox? Who cares about an Xbox? Xbox has been dead since the 360, but that's beside the point. And I guess we do have to include the Switch 2 with an asterisk because it's still relatively new. You know, it's a few months old. It's not 5 years old like the PS5. 5 years and one game. I don't know why. I bought a PS5 for Astro Bot. Which, you know, it has like the timed exclusives where it had Stellar Blade for a while. I think it was for a full year. And then what was it, Final Fantasy 16? So it has the time exclusive. Maybe Astro Bot one day will go on to the PC. But the meme still stands. One game, I don't know why. But the Switch 2 gets an asterisk because it's been out for a few months. And, you know, you have Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and that's really it. And it's funny to see how the attendees quickly turned on Mario Kart going, oh, Mario Kart 8's better. Where's, like, the innovation of Mario Kart Double Dash? And that's the other point of this Ranting and Raving episode. There's no innovation. I can go back to any PS2 JRPG, and it's by default better than the modern games releasing today. And it's not just the nostalgia talking, which, yes, I did grow up with the PlayStation 2, GameCube, you know, what's that, the 6th generation of consoles. You also had the Kino handheld consoles from Nintendo, such as the Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and then some years later, which, of course, that's the Wii U generation with the 3DS. And the 3DS went a long time up until the Switch. I think they kept making 3DS games even after the Switch released. But, you know, I've always been a JRPG supremacist, and therefore I favored PS2. I suffered through the PS3. But then there was a resurgence in JRPGs on the PS4. And, you know, with the PS5 now, you still see JRPGs releasing on the PS4. But at the end of the day, with the price increases here, what's the point of buying a console? Like, if you don't already own a console, just go to PC. I mean, that's just the craziest thing. And, you know, you have the PC master racers saying, oh, well, you know, always have a PC. But I like consoles. Consoles are comfy. I enjoy my PS5, which I've had since 2023 now. And I got that, you know, relatively on sale, I guess. I think I spent $450. But you see, it's gone up. And that was right around Thanksgiving, Christmas time. So I was able to get a deal. But how the hell is Xbox more expensive than PlayStation at this point? Which I don't believe this is the base model where I got these numbers from. These are like the standard, you know, with Nintendo you get the discs, the cartridge, which, you know, the key card. Oh no, we can't collect. You know, I saw a video from the Happy Console Gamer the other day where he literally said verbatim, you will own nothing and like it. In the end, everyone becomes a chud, and the noticing will continue until morale improves. Once you start noticing, you can never unnotice, and that's noticing with a G. If you know, you know. But back to Xbox. Xbox has been irrelevant since the 360 days. Like, Xbox got the jump with the Xbox Live and the Halos and then Xbox 360. That was always the normie console. The normies had the Xbox 360, Halo Live, and we're playing online. And then you had Kevin over there playing Final Fantasy 13, which, say what you will about Final Fantasy 13 on the PS3, but it was groundbreaking at the time. And as you realize, the more Final Fantasies they release, like, you know, I don't count the MMOs, but you got 15, and then 16, it's like, holy shit, Final Fantasy 13 was actually Kino, and you can at least say the music was great, especially the Sunlength Waterscape and The Promise and, you know, all the groovy songs that I like to listen to. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the various clips throughout this video of Ranting and Raving with Kevin, where we delve into the prices. And, you know, we gotta felt the grifters, because there's this one grifter like, I told you that the tariffs would increase the prices. You gotta listen to me and not the grifters. Motherfucker, you're a grifter too. I hate these people who are like, I'm better than the grifters. You're all fucking grifters. I'm a grifter. You're a grifter. They're all grifters. But in the end, chuds always win by doing nothing. Remember that. Nothing ever happens until it happens. So enjoy. The PlayStation 5 price changes in the US. Now, to me, this is just absolutely crazy because I grew up with the PlayStation 2 generation in the 2000s. And so with the PlayStation 2, you had GameCube, Xbox, Game Boy Advance, later on Nintendo DS, etc., etc. And yeah, when they originally launched, they were $300, $400, whatever they were, I forget exactly. But as time progressed, they always saw price drops to the point where the GameCube at one point was $100, probably even bundled with a game. The PlayStation 2 was really the fat PlayStation 2, but then there was the slim PlayStation 2, and that was $100. And then even years later, the Wii was $100 later on in its life cycle. So for me, it's just crazy to see things increase in price. And these were these the original prices? Oh no, this is updated. Okay, here it is. So similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment. As a result, we made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for PlayStation 5 consoles in the US starting August 21st. The updated recommended retail price for PlayStation 5 consoles in the US are as follows. Regular PS5, $550, digital, $500, and then PlayStation Pro, $700. Like, why the fuck? At that point, why don't you just buy a PC? And now, my take on this is that, like, I already have a PS5. I've had it since 2023, a few years after its release, and I think I paid $450 for it, which originally launched for $500, and I paid $450 for it. I got it, around Christmas time, 2023. So, what are we, 5 years into the life cycle of the PS5? The people who want it already got it, and the people who don't have it, I guess there's some people still playing on the PS4, but otherwise, they're on PC. Everyone is a PC gamer at this point. You have console boomers like myself who we're going to linger on, and yeah, I like my PS5. It's just comfy to play on a console for me. And then, I feel like it's just a given at this point. Everyone either has a Switch, or the few people have the Switch 2 now. Because you do need your Nintendo console, if we're all tendies deep down inside, for your Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, etc. In my case, Fate, Hollow Ataraxia, and Fate Stay Night. But you can get them on PC too. Now, my big question here, because Xbox also raised its price some time ago. Why does anyone own an Xbox? Xbox is fucking useless. But this is also bullshit. Oh, the challenging economic environment. So they're going to blame the tariffs and shit like that. But consoles has always sort of operated at a loss because, get the console, get it out the door. But people are buying games. Like, there's a finite number of consoles and then the games keep selling. I own my PS5. There's no need for me, like I have the regular one. I'm never going to get a digital edition because I like my discs. I am never going to get a Pro. Why would I get a Pro when all I play is gacha slot like Master Duel and Zenless Zone Zero, and then my anime games like, Trails. There's no reason for me to upgrade to a PlayStation Pro. At that point, I have a good enough laptop. I guess I can just play games on my laptop if I so choose. So it's just fucking retarded. And I just, like, who's going to buy a PS5 now? Like, where are the comments? This is the official PlayStation blog. It could be worse. At least it didn't increase PlayStation Plus again. Yet. Chat, are we... see... Oh, it's all Orange Man's fault. Oh, no. No, we love Orange Man over here. You guys, fuck you. I'm going to call ICE on you right now, and I'm going to deport you back to where you came from. Okay? That's what you're going to get. So these people, who gives a fuck? We had GameStop, which... GameStop, are you really in the right place to weigh in on this? GameStop has your back. Look at this. Take that $50 back. Get an extra $50 when you trade in any PS1, Xbox Series, or Switch toward purchase of a new PS5 console. This is the company that, like, back in the day, you trade in a PlayStation 2 game. Best I can do is $3. Like, fuck you. Who's trading in games to GameStop? You're just as bad as PlayStation. Fuck you, GameStop. So they wrote, oh, dude, Trails in the Sky the Third, Kino. Anyway. PlayStation increased the suggested retail price of the PS5 by $50 as of August 21st, 2025, We understand that this may come as an unexpected change. Prices going up is frustrating and surprising. That's why we come up with a solution. Your solution sucks! I hate it! And then this guy, another faker. He's another, PS5 prices going up because of tariffs in the U.S. like I predicted. You're the fucking pontiff on the economy. You know, tell me what to invest my cryptocurrency then in their brainlet. Sony is evil, greedy, and terrible. They are! It's Sony's fault. I'm not blaming Orange Man for this. We're making America great again whether you like it or not. Okay? It is Sony's fault. They are evil, greedy, and terrible because, again, back in the day, I forget the exact price of the PS2, you know, whether it was $300, $400 or whatever, but at one point, it went down to $100 for the PlayStation 2 Slim, and even the PS4, you can get a brand new PS4 for like $200 right now. Which, again, I guess that factors in with the inflation and everything else going on, and, you know, being a last-gen console, but it's still there. These consoles should not be going up in price. It's fucking bullshit. And this is just kind of ironic that he says this. Some of y'all need to stop listening to grift YouTubers and listen to people who actually know economics. You are a fucking grift YouTuber. Fuck you. Like, let's just see his page. I'm not a grift YouTuber. I'm a content creator. Do we need to look at his page? We're going to look at his page. But, oh, this is funny, too. Concord released 1 year ago today. We remember Baz. We actually stand Baz over here. This is why the gaming industry sucks right now, and why I often say I'm a JRPG supremacist and don't like playing. I never liked the ultra-realistic games. That's why I hate Expedition 33. And things like this. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be the first game to feature NVIDIA's RTX hair technology, which uses spheres instead of triangles to achieve more realistic hair rendering. So instead of focusing on making an actual good game, we're focusing on, like, the hair follicles. Like, this is why the gaming industry is shit. How much money went into this? Like, why not hire one competent writer? You see all these games have, like, 30 writers on a 12-hour game. Why not hire a couple incompetent writers and fuck this shit? Like, who even wants this stuff? Like, here we go. Generational leaps when I was a kid. Seriously, the Super Nintendo, a few years later, Nintendo 64. But this is kind of missing the point. Because I would prefer to have the graphics like the top picture than this. Fuck the graphics. Dude, the graphics in this game, you can count the hairs and this dude's arms. I'd pay $90 easily. That's it! I'm banning graphics from the game. All graphics are until fun becomes the point again. You'll play obscure Japanese text-based adventures until the situation fucking based. Wow. Oh my god, who the hell cares? So at least everyone understands. Let's see, maybe if we change the way the hair looks, the games will be... Is that what the developers are thinking? Like, let's make a good game. Who cares about how the hair looks? All we've wanted for 2 decades is... I don't even care about that. I just want good games. The quotes are always more entertaining. Great, all games will run like shit on PC for the next 15 years because we will need RTX hair always on without option to turn it off, while also upscaling from 240p to 1440p, making shit look ugly as hell. I wonder what this says. It's rendered as a sphere, not a triangle. It's an important technology. What? That determines victory or... Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's defeat for the gamer. True. The losers that care about shit like this are genuinely ruining video games. That was the same post that I liked before. I wonder if that guy... Look at that. He definitely stole that and retweeted it. Yeah, I don't get it. So... Oh, man. More Kino. Persona 4. So yeah, this Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, it'll look perfect! Perfect. Which, here it is. This, see, rock solid, same as Pirate Nation, they steal my 4chan threads. I saw this on 4chan. Very true, the definition of soulless. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 5. I mean, I hate to say it, but if you think the bottom one looks better than that, You're the problem. The top one is vastly superior. Just the shading, the aesthetic of it. It's just timeless. It's timeless. I don't care that the graphics look better. Oh, his beard looks good. You can see the metal is more... No. The top one is better. If you say the bottom one is better, you're wrong. It's just simple as that. You're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. I saw this. This is truth, Nuke. This video convinced me not to buy the game. And this is PlayStation hyping up the release of Metal Gear Solid 3. The remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, is out today. I don't know what to tell you. If you think the remake looks... And again, I have to preface, I hate Hideo Kojima. I hate the Metal Gear games. The only good Metal Gear game is Metal Gear Rising with Senator Armstrong and Raiden. But, like... Mute it. That's... Look at the soul! The soul! I mean... This is a blatant example. Soul? Soulless. If you think the remake looks better, you're the part of the problem, and you need to go. So it's just ridiculous. And the people glazing this game saying it's good, it's not good. There's a certain aesthetic, and again, maybe this could be because I grew up with the PlayStation 2 generation. I hold it near and dear to my heart. It's just bad. It's bad. I don't like it. The ultra realism is what's ruined video games. Terrible. So, what people say about this? I thought I was down to at least try it, but yeah, I can't stomach it. I never played a Metal Gear Solid game, but they look super cool. What order should I play them in? What is there, like 5 Metal Gear games? And then a few spin-offs, but the numbered entries... Oh, I think I should start with 3, then play 5, then play 1, then play 4. What a retard question. Like, what the hell's going on here? Play 1 first. Crobecat will make a video rightfully pointing out how soulless the remake's art direction is. It'll piss everyone off for some reason. Yeah, he'll be right. No. It does suck. You're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. Yeah. Let's see some other, if there's other, like, quote tweets or anything. The aura is gone. Yeah, I agree. The aura is gone. Here's a good example of just taking the screenshots. Oh, my favorite song from Final Fantasy X. To Xanarkin. I don't know, man. Maybe it's my nostalgia boomer. My nostalgia boomerism. Yeah, fuck photorealism. Dude, look at the goggles and just the details and the charm. The one on the left looks so much better. But he posted this, and it's so true. It's what I talked about a week or so ago about how, you know, I think it was last week where the PS5 is getting the price increase and how everything was cheaper back then. I brought up the GameCube, but I guess this is just comparing the Sony consoles because I remember the GameCube being $100. But these are all the launch prices. $300, $300, $600, $400. Look at the course correction from the PS3 to the PS4. $500. So after 5 years, down to $100. Down to $150. Look at that price cut. Down to $250. $300. And now it's $550. See, I wrote to Larry. I guess he didn't. No one even saw that. No one liked it or anything. You were great on Judcast, Larry. He really was. One game. I don't know why. So, is that Gabe? It is painful to look at. But that's the thing why the consoles dropped in price, because, and this is what Satoru Iwata from Nintendo said years ago, is the Nintendo business model, is that you sell the console at a loss to get the customer in the door. That's why Nintendo consoles are always cheaper, too. But you sell the console at a loss, whether it's a $50 loss, whatever it is, you get the customer in the door, and then they keep buying games. But I don't think people even really are buying the PS5. The PlayStation 2, as far as I can tell, is still the highest selling console of all time, and then the Switch is right behind it, and I think the Switch will probably pass it at some point. But if no one's buying it, it's not even worth selling it at a loss, so I guess they are forced to raise the price, but it is the Sony greed, because it's like, man, it's just crazy. It just makes me angry. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ranting and Raving with Kevin. You know, we had to go a little schizo in this video, but that's par for the course, and it went a little long, but, you know, I wanted to cover all these things. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. You know, leave a like, hype it, as the new YouTube mechanism has been implemented. We gotta hype the video. We're turning into Twitch over here. What's going on? But, you know, leave some comments, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we will talk to you later. Peace out.
99.